This episode was pre-recorded on the 9th of April 2021. All information was correct as of the time of recording. Up next week, Albion Mondays. But this week, also Albion Mondays, with your host, Neo Skinner. Hello everybody, hello. So, apologies for the lack of stream this week. Instead you've got this video over on YouTube. So hello everybody. Thank you for coming and watching this recorded version. And once again, I need to start my timer right in the corner, just like that, just up there. So, hello, and welcome to the recorded version of Albion Mondays. I'm recording this episode because I'm unavailable due to Easter related stuff on the date when this video will come out. So you've got it recorded instead. So, first of all, make sure to go and subscribe on YouTube to get more content like this. So, without further ado, I'm going to pop over to... oh gosh, it's been a long time since I've done this. To my screen, just like so. And we are starting off in our download section. Now I'm hoping to get everything from the downloads done, which might mean that this episode is slightly shorter. That's just because I want to save stuff for Monday the 19th. Yeah, I want to save stuff for Monday the 19th when I am available once again, because I don't have time to go through and download loads of stuff for that stream. So I want to save all of my ideas that I've got so far for that stream. So that stream is going to be a lot more fleshed out than this current one. So this is our downloads folder just here, and here we have our FTP server, just like that. We're going to start off with our beta evaluation program once again. A little bit of residue in there. So most of this is from the volume 37 stuff, because I didn't get that across last time, and volume 38, I believe it's 38. So I don't know, yeah, because we've got volume 38 there. I don't know what I've done here, so yeah, I'm gonna let's go through and have a look. So this is beta D, okay, yeah, and this is 38. So 38, that's fully fleshed out. Okay, I just need to check what should have gone into 37. Let's do that quick. Pop it back over to my main desktop. As always, my internet's been really dodgy anyway, so it's a good idea that I've been doing this recording, because my internet, I don't quite know when it's going to work and when it isn't. So far it's held out, but I'm not holding up much hope that it's going to stay for much longer. So 37. What do we have? Yeah, as you can see, stuff is taking a while to load. Yay, fun. There we go. So we'll pop back across to our streaming desktop. This is something you don't normally see me switching back and forth. Because you see, I had a feeling that I put them all in the... yeah, this is right, I think, for 37. This is all of it, I think. As good as it's gonna get, I think. Because I've got H in there as well, haven't I? Yeah, H. There we go. So I think this should be good for 37. Don't know why it's labelled up as 38, don't ask that. Probably because I wanted to pop it in there temporarily, because I think these are all the images that I got for 38. I should now download stuff, but I don't. So that's interesting. I still haven't learnt how I should download stuff. And as you can see, this is, as of recording, it's the 9th of April 2021, and it's 3:51. So I'm not recording this at normal times even. So, you know, hopefully you will appreciate that I do have things going on at the moment, which means that I need to take a short break. And I hope that you appreciate this video, because last week, which is this week as of recording, I didn't have time to do it because I had stuff on that day and I couldn't do it, which would have been the 5th. Yeah, I couldn't do the 5th, so you didn't get anything on that day. It was cancelled, unfortunately. I don't want to cancel many things because I know it can come as a disappointment to some people, but I did have to change the schedule to make sure that I didn't have to cancel this one. So, yeah, I hope that you will understand that, as always. Next episode, I'm hoping to do... this is right, isn't it? Oh, come on. Photos is a pain sometimes. Sorry, just for reference, I've just updated this computer to the latest Insider build. So, things are a little bit buggy still. Yeah, okay, that works. So, that's that. Now I can move all these across. So yeah, next episode should be... I'm planning to do some work on the website, because I've seen a lot of stuff. A lot of good ideas for that, so there will be some more website stuff going to get worked on next episode. And unfortunately that's as far as I got to, but there's an incredible amount of ISOs there, more than anyone could possibly want in the world. So, yes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a social media plug, because I haven't. You can find me over at Neoskin7 over on Twitter, and if you click that link to my link tree just there, oh my gosh, what's that? That's my link tree with all of my links to all of my accounts. Oh yeah, go check that out. You got loads of time to go and do that. The reason why I've been a bit busier lately as well, another reason, is because I've been working on a podcast with someone else. So that actually the first episode is out at the moment over on Spotify, the wonderful wonders of Spotify. You can find it over at Local Area Radio on Spotify. You can also find it at localarearadio.buzzsprout.com. Just thought I'd give it a quick shout out here. I'm working on it with someone else as well, one other person. So I thought I'd just give that a mention, because I haven't so far, and I thought it was time, and I haven't really got much else for this stream. So now that we've done that, I'm trying to think of what I can do. We can package up some, let's package up some old ISO is over here, so these zip files should be alright. Don't know. These might just be executables in here. Yeah, that one is, so I can just move that straight into the unsorted section. Same with this one. Oh, why? WinRAR is taking ages to load, then, for some reason. Another executable, yes. Good. Actually, they all need unzipping, I think. Don't they? I think they do, don't they? I can do that later. As WinRAR has a fit. Okay, we've got one thing for the 1.1. Is that? Yeah, okay. But I know what the password is, so that's alright. 3.5 is another executable. I'm going to use built-in Windows Explorer for this because it's going to be quicker, let's face it. Sorry WinRAR, but Windows Explorer's got you there, it's much quicker. And what about these? Visual C++, oh, that looks alright. Move that straight to unsorted. This is what I do behind the scenes. A lot of this I actually don't show on camera because it's really boring. It's repetitive stuff like this. So let me know again if you want to see this shown a bit more on stream, because that will actually interest me. And also let me know, you can comment down below if you like this kind of content, whether you at least like to see a video instead of a stream on days when I can't necessarily stream. That would help. And also drop a like down below if you haven't already. Helps me out. So we're going to create a new zip folder just here. For Live Essentials 2012. And because it's WinRAR, it's taking an age. Because for some reason WinRAR doesn't like me at the moment, and I don't know why. And surprisingly, this is the cleanest I think this folder's been in quite a while. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't know whether to actually use Explorer for zip files, because I think it is a bit, because WinRAR I don't think gives that much of a difference. Let me know what you think about that. Once again, I'm going to be asking for your opinions quite a lot in this video, because I don't know what else to really say here, other than some needless wittering, which I'm already doing. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. This is pre-done for me. Handy. Just like that. There's a bit more there. And I was thinking in this episode I could also feature some other stuff that I don't feature in episodes. So like I could go through what Windows tweaks I apply, so how you can get your desktop looking like mine does. I hope that'll interest you. So just generally I'm filling it up with content, because content is cool. Okay, that's just done that. Always use Windows Explorer, because let's face it, the new zip icon looks really cool for that kind of stuff. That one's sorted. That's an exe, yep, okay, that's fine. Oh, nice and fast. Yeah, Windows definitely handles that kind of stuff faster. Because you've got to wait for WinRAR to fire up, and that takes a little while, so yeah, I'm going to deassociate WinRAR with zip files after this stream, because it's actually going to be quicker to just do it normally. Like this, like, there's no issue with that. MSU, because of course it's an MSU. So I'm just cleaning up stuff, which has been hanging around actually for quite a while now, this kind of stuff, so good to actually get it all moved out of here. And now I'm thinking about what else I can cover. Not that. Office updates. Is that going to be just a generic readme? I want to know. Ah, now Visual Studio is taking ages to start up. Visual Studio Code at least, like. Ah, there we go. I think they're all in their folders anyway, so that's redundant, that file. I get loads of files that are just redundant because they're already sorted. That just needs popping in its own zip file, and then that will be fine. Just like that. I'm not covering the updates because the updates need a bit more attention. I'll get around to doing those at some point. Just not at the moment because I don't have the time. I don't know what I'm doing with PowerPC games either. They'll get sorted at another date. So I think that is good. Yeah, that looks good for all of that. So now let's do a quick, well, let's do a section talking about, so I'm just going to check that OBS is still working correctly, because there it is. For all I know, it might not be. So now I'm going to cover exactly what my computer is all about. So I'm going to cover my modded experience with Windows, so things that I do every time I update Windows and all of the settings that I apply and things like that, and then I'm going to talk you through some good file management ideas as well, because why not. So as far as settings go, the things that I have set, it's really personalisation, actually you can set however you want, but this is how I have it set in personalisation. So my background is just a slideshow from my backgrounds folder. So my backgrounds folder is publicly available. You can find that over on my link tree. There's a link to it there. Link tr.ee/neoski. and if you just click the link to go to my backgrounds, my wallpapers, it will take you to a OneDrive folder with all of that stuff in. I might move it to a different online service soon, but for the moment it's in OneDrive. So that's where all of my backgrounds are. I have... how many backgrounds do I currently have? And all of these need going through. I haven't like had that much time to sort stuff out yet. I have 955 backgrounds. We're rapidly approaching the magic 1000 mark, and there's lots of very interesting backgrounds in here, so if you're interested in that, go and check it out. As far as my colours go, you can see I have mine set to this hex colour, just here, just this RGB one. So, you know, you can click custom colour and you can enter the RGB or the hex colour just into there, like that. Because that is the colour that I'm currently using for my Windows experience. Which is a pretty awesome colour to use for this. And I just show that on title bars and window borders, like that. And yeah, I've got transparency effects on because it actually works really well. Of course, dark theme for everything. You could go for custom and do like Windows mode as light if you really wanted to, if you're a complete heathen, but that's what I've got. Lock screen background is set to, let's go and track that wallpaper down because it's in that folder. I'll find it somewhere. You're going to watch me try and find a wallpaper live. Well, not live. I keep saying live. You're going to watch me try and find a wallpaper on video. Can't, right? Yeah, it's wallpaper 929 that I currently have set to my lock screen. Of course, you can see all the apps there that I've got set to show. And, of course, there's my setting for that. As far as screensavers go, I use a randomizer for my screensavers. And that's made up of a few ones. I've got the 3D Maze from, I believe, Windows 3.1. Flying Toasters, the After Dark screensaver. Folding at Home screensaver. The 3D Pipe screensaver. The Pong Clock, you can find that just searching Pong Clock. Minecraft Plus, that's an interesting one. If you're into Minecraft, highly recommend it. ZZ DVD, which is the DVD animation that you get when your DVD player is sleeping. This one's just labelled as stars, but it's like the flying stars to go alongside the flying Windows one, which again appeared in, I think, NT4. And those are just randomised, so I get a different one shot each time. And those happen, and my screensaver starts after 2 minutes of inactivity. As far as my themes go, you know, I've just got a default theme set. I think I've currently got an unsaved theme applied, I don't know. My theme constantly changes. Fonts, I've got literally like loads of fonts here. I'm not going to go through my fonts because many of them are copyright, but some of them I use actually on stream, so, you know, Blanca is one that you probably recognise. I also use Alien Encounters quite a bit. CBM I use occasionally as well, but yeah, there's some cool ones in there. If you're interested, start, all of those options are turned off, and taskbar. I've only got lock the taskbar on, replace command prompt, show badges, taskbar location is at the bottom because I've tried it in multiple places on the screen, I just can't get used to it, each to their own. Combine taskbar buttons, always hide labels. Why would you do this? No. Everything else is off. Again, my system tray down here is pretty full at the moment. I've got, what's that, 30 icons in there at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty full. This is ShareX down at the bottom, that's where I have ShareX, and I use, this is Ear Trumpet just here, that's available in the Microsoft Store. We have the network section, which is just standard clock, and I've got a hidden action center. You can access the action center by just clicking Control A, so you can hide it. Again, I hide my start button and literally everything else. And this here is News and Interest, which is a feature in the Windows Insider builds, so if you haven't got an Insider build, highly recommend it. You can get that by just clicking Windows Update and go down to the Insider program, and yeah, you just see I've got loads of updates, and you can sign up to it on this page. .NET updates, cool. Far as personalisation goes, I am actually soon going to be making most of my personalisation stuff available. So as far as that goes, I have, well, actually translucent taskbar, which is also available in the Microsoft Store, I have down here, to make my taskbar transparent. Again, it's just clear. All the rest is turned off. Show arrow peak never. All of the advanced settings are off, and it's just clicked open at boot, like so. I'll get onto this green stuff in a minute. My WinAero tweaker profile actually will be available to download soon. There'll be a link in the description for that if you want to go and check that one out. Again, I would highly recommend that. I have modern flyouts enabled, which means that when I mute my volume I get flyouts like this, which actually looks really nice and sophisticated. And yes, I said my internet was bad at the moment, so yeah, there you go. This just here, this is rain meter up in the corner just here. I have a custom skin just for this one down here. It's just modified from the default medium size one, I think. That's just so it doesn't show my network name, because I just don't think that's particularly useful information to have up here. And this is my D drive, which is just a storage space made up of 2 drives. So I have one drive, one drive in my computer, which is a 1 terabyte drive. Oh no, 2 terabyte drive. Then I have one laptop hard drive, which is just connected up as well, and part of that storage space. Haven't got any redundancy on that at all. That's just how it is. Pin tiles just here. I actually do need to go through this at some point, because quite a lot of my pinned apps have just disappeared for some weird reason. So let's do some maintenance on that as well, seeing as I'm here. It's really difficult to get app tiles to go in there. There you go. I don't know what used to be down here, if I'm honest. Oh, that's right, I had Windows Tools down there. Yeah, I'm running, the latest Insider build is version 2.1354, so everything you're seeing is in relation to that. In case you were wondering once again. I think I've got security, do I have security pinned? Why did I pin it to the taskbar? That's a bad idea. Now it's disabled all of the right click menus. But yeah, I have loads of stuff pinned here and all over the place. You can pretty much view all of this software. It will be available on the website when it's up. Again, if you haven't already seen that, I click minimise, didn't I? Yeah, okay, fair enough. There we go, unpin. Yeah, Insider builds are a bit buggy at the moment, but I really wouldn't worry, it's not really too major. Again, we've got a new paint on that. Is that the normal? That is just regular paint. Fair enough. So, yeah, I'm going to just pin a few apps to the start menu, because every time we get an Insider build, if the actual app name changes, it gets unpinned. It's really annoying, but something I have to live with, and I'll show you how I live with that in just a moment. Of course, being a Windows insider, I have to develop my techniques to get everything back to where it was again before the insider build happened. Twitter used to be in there, if you're wondering. The reason the linked apps I've got here, so like Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter, these are all PWAs. I'm using Microsoft Edge Chromium Beta here. That's got a few flags turned on. I can go through that another day if you're really interested in that. Basically, dark mode, groups I've got turned on. You know, there's loads of stuff I've got turned on there, and I've got a separate app list because I generally only come to here, and then I've got my folders just in here. But let's go through what's next. If I go to this PC in my C drive, let's go to my tweaks folder, which is my favourite folder in the world. So this is this configuration file I'll be sharing with you in the description of this video. Those are just all my Winero tweaker settings. Start is Gone is a wonderful application provided by Winero that I've just got to set to run at startup. That just always runs at startup, and that is actually quite cool. These are some of my screensavers. I think I'm going to take them out of this folder because they're really not needed in there anymore. Color Classic is what I use to actually apply this. Just in here, again, the CCP file will be available in the description down below, and I've just got highlight, hot tracking colour and menu highlight colours set to the same RGB profile as I have set for the title bars and everything else. As you can see, that everything looks really cool with the updated title bars and everything. So that's my tweak stuff, and I'll share all of that in the description, of course, if you're interested in that. There's a few things, like, you know, I would highly recommend going and like updating the Winero tweaker settings when you get the configuration file, because there's going to be some things in there that you won't necessarily want. And I will also share a link to what is it? The registry entries that I apply. So I've got an all changes one just up here, and these just apply some changes like disabling the quick access shortcut just up here, enabling pin to start for everything, which is really useful. That's how I pin all my folders down here to the start menu. Hide this PC folders because I don't want my libraries coming up in this PC. I don't find that useful. Remove it, and removing the external drives from the navigation pane. So Libra is an external drive that would normally come up down here, and I've just removed that and it stays in this PC. Again, I'll share all of these registry tweaks down below once again. So I'm actually going to do again some maintenance. I've got properties up here and options over here. If you have the insider build, you'll find that compact mode is something you definitely need to turn on. Because they've recently introduced a system where compact mode is this mode, which is, you know, what you would think is normal, and so you need to apply that, otherwise you get loads of padding on everything. So these folders are just my standard library folders, so these are from my libraries section, and I've just rerouted them to show up here. That's a fairly standard thing. I just find that it's more useful to have them all here than elsewhere. And wait, I've got Power Toys is also something that I've got on. So I've got my colour picker set to Win Shift C, and that's just set to hex and RGB, so if I click Win Shift and C on my keyboard, I get this really cool colour picker, which allows me to pick colours. And I didn't realise the Office app was installed, that's rubbish. Yeah, don't have that. Fancy Zones I've got off because that's not useful. All of the things I've got turned on from File Explorer. Image Resizer is on. Keyboard Manager is on. Power Rename is on. Show icon. Enable autocomplete, show values from last use. And I use that for just capitalisation of like loads of stuff, so that's really useful to have turned on. Power Toys Run I have turned on, I never use it, but that's what that looks like. So you can, you know, do a search for hello in your browser or something like that. It could be useful if you don't use the run box, but I personally use run for everything. And the shortcut guide is really useful, so if I press and hold the Windows key, you get this cool shortcut card which comes up. Again, really useful. So let's go through this, go through my current drive layout. So we have Libre Drive just here, which is my E drive. This stores all of my backups. That's just using file history. Highly recommend using file history because it's actually a really useful thing to have turned on, because it just saves all of your data. And so if you ever delete anything, you can quite easily get it back using that feature. My C drive, which recently you'll actually see, if you look at previous streams, my C drive was a lot bigger. Well, had a lot less space full. A lot more, was a lot fuller, rather. I've just moved all of my virtual machines over to my normal drive, which is D. Now my D drive is actually the storage space that I mentioned earlier. This is my only physical DVD drive. These are both managed by, these are both alcohol virtual drives, and these are both Power ISO virtual drives, and then these are my two FTP servers that I access to every now and then. So we've got the WinWorld one and the Mac Garden one. I don't know really why I keep the Mac Garden one around, but it's useful to have every now and then. So this is New Albion, so again the storage space. All the STA files are stored in there. This will be fairly familiar, you've seen all of this. But my personal directory is probably something that you don't look at. So audio, I've got all of my audio files in here that I use. Not necessarily use, but have available to me. I'm not going to cover some directories, so don't think I'm deliberately missing things out, or like accidentally missing things out, because I'm not. Documents, this is all of my document stuff, so this is where I've got my code directory, so this is what I use for the learn to code stuff, so you'll see me coming in here quite a bit to access things. And so this is where the C# project is stored for that. That's just there. That's where the HTML will be stored. It's the example one I've just got here. So this is something I was doing with someone, teaching them how to code HTML, which is an experience I'm hoping I will open up to you soon. Why have I just got a new item there? Office, of course. Uninstall, please. As you can see, I use virtual desktops quite a bit, and I have timeline turned on. But I've got loads of desktops at the top there. Highly recommend that you use it. I use it for streaming, so I have a separate one for my stream, so it doesn't look too cluttered. This is a news project that I was working on with someone. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, the image disappeared. Did it? I don't know. But the final result looks like this. Oh no, the image didn't disappear, but that's gives you an idea of what I was doing. So that's what you can look forward to with the HTML course. That is what is available to you if you do the HTML course, which will be available soon. I might be working on that next stream. Looking at the Learn to Code section of the STA website, which will almost be like its own contained area of the website. It's going to be a bit more complex than the normal website, and I'm not going to enable anyone else to work on it. because I don't want crazy community suggestions. So that's that. I'm skipping over some stuff here. Doc files, these are all of my doc files, or docx files. All of my font files, I have a lot of fonts. This is what I install every time I get a new computer. I just go down the list, right click, and install just down here. Install for all users. And I have some WAF and WAF2 font files just in here, which I steal from some websites, just in case I wanted to use them at any point. HTML files, they're still in here. These are just internet shortcuts now. All of my other HTML is stored in the code directory. PDF files, you know, it's all pretty organised. PowerPoints, my projects. This doesn't include any code stuff. Publisher files, RTF files. So apparently I was into RTFs at some point. Screensavers. Loads of screensavers in there. Because I have more screensavers than anyone could possibly need. These are my scripts. So I have my batch scripts, my command scripts, executables, PowerShell scripts, registry entries, Visual Basic scripts. They're all in there. Again, those are all available on my link tree. There's a link to, I can't remember what I call it, code stuff, I think, is the link, and it will just take you again to my OneDrive folder with that stuff in. Sensitive STA files. These are where I store all of the STA files. These are all encrypted and everything because I don't want anyone getting to them, but these are just stuff that I can show you this one, but you know, these are all the articles for everything, so when I was writing them out. Text files, VM stuff, so I've got stuff for Altera, got some disks in here, so none of this stuff is actually like stored under the STA area, none of this will be publicly available. My DOS box stuff, Mini VMAX stuff, Vice stuff, and my VirtualBox stuff, which is where I've moved all of my VMs to in this massive directory just here. Let's see how big it is. 49, no, not 49 megabytes. I wanted to go to the VM section. There we go. 122 gig. Fairly big. WSP files are in here. My Excel spreadsheets and my zip folders that don't fit anywhere else. My downloads section, this is stuff for actually the podcast, so if you haven't already checked that out, please do. This is wallpapers that I'm going through because I always am on the search for more wallpapers. Of course, Dropbox, Mega, I've got in there, I've got a few things in Mega. Loads of outdated stuff which is all going to go because I don't care. Network shares, which is just when I actually connect to a good Wi-Fi network, well, the main one, I'm using the visitor one at the moment because it's actually quicker, but when I connect to that, then other people can access that. Of course, my OneDrive, which is where I got that, code stuff and backgrounds in there. Personal actually doesn't have anything in it because I don't keep anything in it. My pictures section with literally all of my pictures in here. There is like literally hundreds of pictures in here for various projects. Icons and such. Tools, Android tools, OTVDM, PS tools, you know, all of those standard stuff. All of my videos are in here as well, and the new Explorer, which is for, recently found out is for Surface devices. Actually quite cool. I've got that linked when it eventually loads, which it isn't at the moment. And my warning.html, which I made ages ago, and this is designed for if any other people access... Where's the edge stuff? No, the edge stuff isn't showing up. This is designed if any other people access my files, which is something that could potentially be happening in the future, because I'm planning for my computer to be accessible with a remote desktop connection for other people. So I think that covers all of that actually. So how long have I been streaming for? That's, well, recording for now. 27 minutes. So it's going to, so this is actually a shorter video than you would normally get with a stream. And I've just realised that's stuck actually in there. That is, I thought that I'd been going longer than that, so yeah, apologies for that, because that isn't right. I've been going for a lot longer than that. Yeah, 45 minutes. Thought I'd been going longer than 27. 45 minutes, yeah, that's a nice long video for you to all check out. So I think I'm going to say goodbye right here. Please check out all of the links in the description below. There'll be some links there for all of the stuff that I've featured here. And without further ado, goodbye. Wrong one. Okay, bye.